There's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 55 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. The Jets take over first and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 27. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Airing one out for Crowder. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder. 53 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, let's go.
Draw play, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Prescott. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Brandon Copeland in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
3rd and 15.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Prescott now. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. 75 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing on 2nd down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Check 13. We're going to 53. Check.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. To throw is Darnold, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And it's third down.
We're going to sign. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Watch the run. Red 80. 54 Mike.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take? In trouble, and he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Austin's got it left side. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the toss to Bell running right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken in at the 1. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll give this to Bell running right.
I'm all over you.
11 yards there, 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Darnold from the red zone now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Well, throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Prescott to throw it. This to Jarwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Marr, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Bell. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check.
This is Bell. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike 54. Switch up, switch up. Hold the look, hold. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Man, 80. 54. You ain't got that.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee.
Right here, right here.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D.